when you think about bureaus and you think about where we've come from, in many regards, Jared, we've been what we call the no people. When I think about Kenya and I think about the African continent, there's some interesting stats worth noting. The North American, our colleagues in North America, their GDP is growing at around 2%, Africa 4.3%, Kenya 5.9%. My people are dragging you down 0.8%, right? But the potential of Africa tells us there's so much ahead of us. And the question is, how do we go from being no people to yes people, as individuals, as collectives, as lenders, and as an economy?
For me, TransUnion is really about this sign here. It's about information for good. And that's something we've tried to do over the last two and a half years in the role that I've been and that Lee's brought in under his leadership. And what that means is trying to solve different problems than what a credit bureau used to solve before. So that means going to a place like Namibia that has been in recession for nearly 3 years, GDP contracting at more than 4% quarter on quarter, and saying to them, how can we help you with your cash flow, with your collections, and being profitable even in a tough market? And then finally in Kenya, where we've really made a really strong growth trajectory over the last couple of years. How can we help our MFI clients, our banking clients, and all the consumers, given such a strong lending penetration in this market?
So for us at TU, it's really more about, this interesting data that we work with and the different IPs that you're bringing together. How do we work with you to help you really figure out that consumer who you want to hyper-personalize your solutions to? How do you get targeted? How do you get to them? Yeah? How do you assess them from a risk perspective? How do you improve your turnaround times when when you give them services? Because another thing again is that we are mobile first. Huh? We are a mobile first economy. We are mobile first consumers. Yeah.
CIS Kenya is the association, a member association that brings together all the credit bureaus, the credit providers, and the regulators support us, the central bank, the SASRA, and ours is just to help develop the market. So when TransUnion says they are no longer a CRB, I think then I have lost one member, because I thought I had CRBs as my members. But it's nice to know that TransUnion is really innovative, is thinking about analytics, and the traditional CRB concept is no longer the selling thing, and we are very proud of TransUnion for that reason.
So when I think about going from no to yes, taking the history of being a bureau, of being a bank, and being a lender, what do we do to release the potential of Kenya? How do we grow the economy? Every one of us in the room not just has a job in our institutions. How could we stack hands to realize our African potential and the Kenya potential? The one word I'd leave you today, as I thank you for coming to our event and thank you for being a partner to TransUnion, it isn't strategy. It's not about working harder. The word is reimagination. In a world where things are tough, in a world where things have always been tough, how do you realize the potential? I'd encourage you to do the following. Leave behind the policies, leave behind the people, leave behind the 30 years worth of experience in your organization of working in the same way. If you had to stop doing what you're doing and reimagine everything about how we work, how would you do it differently? If the fintechs and startups are coming for your lunch money, how could we collectively realize the potential of Kenya by reimagining our future? With that, I want to thank you for your time and thank you for your partnership. Asante San, everybody. I appreciate it.